Welcome back to Kamen Review, episode number 243. We're talking about this one. Kamen 01. We're discussing the first two episodes of this. Yes, this is the Blu-ray copy I got from Amazon. I got this at a pretty reasonable price. I think it was like just shy of over $30. I got this a while ago, and now I finally watch it. Yep, we're discussing the first two episodes of the series. Now, I initially thought this aired in the year 2020. It technically did not. No. This actually started in 2019. Yep. So, the first episode of this one aired September 1st, 2019. And you're like, wow, that's kind of late for it to air. Well, it's Kamen. They don't exactly air at the same time as basically as Sentai, and it wrapped up August 30th of the following year. Yeah, so this was a series that, well, when I read about it, this series was airing at the time that COVID happened. But apparently, apparently they just put the show on hiatus when they were filming episode 39. The show had 6 more episodes after that, and then basically COVID. That thanks to what happened during COVID, it actually altered the series. Basically, a lot of stuff had to be cut, and that just anyways. And well, I'll get to more of that later when I get to the later episodes, but yes, some stuff they were going to do, but because basically COVID got in the way, they decided to change it. As for it was now, the thing is, this is 45 episodes, which makes this one is the third shortest. Third? No, this is the fourth shortest Kamen series. The fourth. The shortest being Amazon. Second shortest, X. Third, Stronger. And yeah, this one. 45, you think, oh, that seems like a pretty reasonable amount. The series aired for this one, Zio. That 4 episodes more than this one did. Yep, 4 more. So, also, this one was airing while Ryu Soldier. Basically, I looked up when the first episode aired. Aired the same day as episode 24 of Ryu Soldier. So, I'm thinking like, wow, I'm actually covering a Kamen series and released the same period of time as Ryu Soldier. Interesting. Now, of course, the next series, Kira Major. Now, let's see. I'm thinking it was probably with episode 25. So I think it's with 26 is when they start airing Kira Major the same period of time. Yep. Which we'll be discussing that one. Yeah, this actually is the first time I can think of I've actually watching a Kamen series air at the same time as a Sentai series I just reviewed, or at least the case based on Kira Major while reviewing. Yes. So let me take a look and see what episode was Kira Major when the last episode this aired. When the last episode aired for this, it was only episode 21. Interesting. 21. So, what is Kamen 01? Well, this is a series that involves AI. Yes, one of like 2 toku series ever to deal with this. The other being, believe it or not, the last Sentai series to air, Gozuger. So, a lot of things were established in the first episode. For instance, our main character. Well, we start off with, get this. So, we said it was older guy who's later reported dead by before even the first couple minutes. Well, he died off screen. So this guy's name is Kiroshi Hiden. Yes. And this is his sole Kamen series he ever did. Yeah, they established he died at some point. How he died, not really sure. So he founded this company to make these robots, which also take appearance of humans, thanks to no fact they're not exactly human, thanks to headsets they wear. Yeah, and they're referred to as home gear. Yes. That's pretty much basically what they're referred to as. There's androids who basically have a human appearance. Now, from what I can tell anyways, seems that people don't have really an issue with these people at all. Yeah, they know the fact they're not human. But they're very accepting. They can't hold people. You could say the series is loosely inspired by iRobot. Kind of the way it is. Except you don't have robots having very creepy faces like they did over an iRobot movie. So basically, like, okay, so the president's died. So the VP really thinks, oh, he is going to be the new president of the company because he was the VP. His name is Jun Fukusu. Yeah, he thinks he's going to be new president because, well, he's working with the guy. He wants his job, so. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, pretty much basically. And of course, basically, he gets the will ready. And then we cut to a man named Audon, who's running late for work. He's supposed to be a comedian. Yes, and he tries his joke out and it doesn't work. Yeah, probably because he's not funny. Yep, not funny. So, yeah, and then of course, basically, because he tries to do a joke and the cut to the audience, they've all fled. Probably because the joke was bad. And then he's told by his employer, you're fired. And then we have this guy who makes a joke about his abs. The guy's name is Fukuhoi Toro. He transforms into almost like a praying mantis. Audon is summoned to go, because he's been fired, he's summoned to go to headquarters by a woman by the name of named Ice. Yes. Very pretty girl. The actress who plays her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the actress only plays this one character. She doesn't play any character in this series. Mm-hmm. So they have the emergency board meeting. You have the reading the will, and then just the hammer the androids about to be are going to basically follow the evil, and we have this new zero drive, which they actually show being made in the actual episode. I thought that was really cool. And then, of course, basically, this new 01 driver will be only used by the president of the company. And Gina thinks it's going to be him. No, it's the president's grandson. Which no one had any idea he even was a grandson. So, we show a flashback of where he's like trying to make basically an android laugh. Well, he has emotion, and then all of a sudden some weird blue fire, and then we're shown basically they were shown that, well, our abs man has been corrupted by something referred to as, well, these two guys, there's the hooded people, like, oh, the president died, so it's some hacker stuff, and then they corrupt the guy by putting this belt on him. Yeah, they put a belt on him that has like teeth sticking to his skin, like, ugh. So it's like, yes, I now accept control of Madra.net. Yes. Then he transforms Praying Mantis. He transforms two of the other droids into like grunts. And of course we have we're also introduced to an agency known as AIMS. Mm-hmm. There's Artificial Intelligence Military Service. And we're introduced to two people here. Yua and Ishma. And Yua basically says, you have to receive my authorization to use that. Yeah. So then, of course, basically, Otto basically is like, well, I can't be your president, so he tries to leave. He goes back to the park, maybe he gets his job back. But that's when basically he starts going crazy. And then he's given his brand new, and then you see him transform into 01. Which way it works, okay, he puts things on his waist, and he takes, well, this thing right here, like he scans it, like he taps it, like it's basically using a credit card. Says authorize, sends it to the company's satellite, goes down, and he has to go through a 5-second training manual in 5 seconds. And you see him open a thing, and then he says, of course, henshin. He transforms. Not for good at first, and begins a pretty lengthy battle with him. But you gotta admit, this action was really good. I actually like the battle here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, so he fights him, and then eventually he destroys this particular corrupted robot with a Raider kick. Yep, a Raider kick. And then, like, immediately the very next episode, he's like thinking that, because of stuff what happened in the park, like, June's like, you have to take responsibility, you should probably resign. I was like, no. Like, you accept the position as being the 01, and you're now the president. Okay. By the way, he's still wearing the same outfit. He has not changed outfit. He has not officially changed from that outfit, the casual look, into a suit. It's the end of episode 2. So then, of course, basically, who to crop next? Believe it or not, a delivery man. Yep, he gets corrupted, and he's transformed into... And the thing is described... Let's see, what is this thing? Basically, it's a really cool design. Kind of looks like almost like a AI dinosaur. And there's also this security guard who his name is Mulborough. Very nice guy he is. Where when the other guy was attacking, he got injured, but his shirt got ripped when he was attacking people, because that's technically his job as security. Also, when he tries to go to his office, he tries tapping. For some reason, it wasn't reading it, but then eventually, like, he scans like, oh, hello, President Haddon. And eventually out through, we see the very nice office. I'm like, wow, this is a very cool looking office. It's basically kind of like a step office. It's got like a desk there, windows on the side, got another room. I'm like, this is actually a really cool looking office. I'd say it's a pretty spacious. It's really spacious, really nice. I got to hand it to whoever made this office. Well, it's obviously a set because TV show. I got to hand it to this one. This actually looks pretty good. Good job, basically, the new hits. And of course, basically, to people, Amos show up, like, hey, tell me all your dirty secrets. Like, what are you talking about? And eventually, of course, he does talk about the whole thing with what happened in a town called Daybreak, which was destroyed by what he describes as Hammer's going berserk. That's the story he basically believes because of what he saw when he was a child. Well, Otto does not tell him he was also there, too. Yeah, so there's also this mysterious gun, which does play the part in this episode 2. So, basically, guy comes back, and first he wrecks the place. Oh yeah, and then of course, basically, Zero-One chases after him, and for some reason, Ames are shooting at him. Also, he's told, can't tell them, basically, he's 01. What the reasons, I don't know. And then, of course, he basically sees his own security guard being turned into this corrupted person, almost like a tiger. And he's like, oh, I'm just the new ruler. And, of course, basically, it's like, we see the belt, we see transform. And it's like, oh, I can't exactly destroy him. So, then, of course, he runs after him, takes a motorcycle, like, I was like, use your phone. Okay. And press for have the satellite send out a freaking motorcycle from space. And it goes right to the parking garage. It's like, oh, I can use this. Hops on. I gotta admit, this is a really cool looking motorcycle. Which I don't have a picture on here. But he rides, takes out. And the way to stop this guy is to basically take his little suitcase he has, makes it a plate, and slices at it and basically destroying it. Eventually later on, there's another version of basically Drew's question, like, did the thing go berserk? And then you see Otto wearing a nice suit, because he is the kind of president right now, he should be wearing a suit. And then he addresses the media, what the heck is going on. So then he plays a security video of the relation. Oh yeah, this group is corrupting them. And, of course, he's like, I'm the president of the company. Tries to do a joke. Doesn't work. But, oh, by the way, also, during this, how's the other one taken care of? Wow. This is quite interesting. So, Ishima transforms into, well, it's referred to as he referred to himself as Commodore Vulcan. Yes, Kamen and Vulcan, and he handles the other one. He basically shoots it with a freaking gun. Yes. Which I don't know about the other writers between second writers between Forze and this one. I know a little bit about the one now. I don't think any of them use guns. He might be the first one since DN to use a gun, who's a secondary writer. Because Vulcan himself is not a regular writer. Oh no, he's a secondary writer. I gotta admit, basically, for the start of this series, it's really good. And by the way, the opening story itself is 16 episodes, so we got a little bit to go. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. So, next up, more Kamen. Okay, next video. Bye.